Hi, fifth grade scientists. I've missed you. It's Miss Guerra. I hope you guys are doing well. Today, we're actually going to be talking about force. So the last couple of days, you were supposed to have talked with your teacher, investigated, looked at some videos, taken some notes about what force is. Force is something that causes change, either causing change by a push or change by a pull. So I can push my shopping cart. I can pull my chair out so I can sit down. So those are examples of pushing and pulling. And force can be caused by gravity, which is a pull, the pull to the earth. Gravity is pulling the object to earth. So gravity. Magnetism or friction. And friction is something that slows an object down, or less friction speeds it up. So friction is actually what we're going to be talking about today. Friction, the greater the friction, the slower the object. Less friction, the faster the object. So today we're going to be investigating friction. So I'm going to show you some materials, and I want you to try to figure out what question we are investigating. So I have a car, one car. I have a ruler, right? Or a measuring tape. I have items with different surfaces on them. So items with different surfaces. And I have a ramp. Can y'all see this? A ramp. Okay? So, okay, students. So, I hope that the question you figured out is that we are going to be investigating different types of surfaces. So, the friction on an object. How do different surfaces affect the distance that the car travels, right? Because we have items, ramps with different surfaces. All of the ramps, you will notice, are at the same height. So they have a piece of tape to show where each one should be placed so that they are all at the same height. And we have a measuring tape, all using the same unit of measurement, which is centimeters. And we have our car. And we're going to be using the same car. So I hope you also realize that the only variable that changes, so the only item that changes, that's called a variable, is going to be the surfaces. Everything else is exactly the same. So AJ is going to make sure that he places his car at the same spot every single time. And then he's also going to make sure when he reads the data that he reads it at the same spot as well. And we'll go over that in just a minute. So AJ, go ahead and do your first trial.
$80 centimeters.
80 centimeters. So Peyton is going to write 80 centimeters for the first trial for aluminum. Noticing that aluminum is representing a wet road. Okay.
$74 centimeters.
74. It's okay. No, keep going. Keep going. centimeters. Nice and quick. All right. And he's reading it from the front of the car every time. Because if you read some from the front or some from the back,
78 centimeters.
that changes the variable. So we always do 3 trials, and then we'll end up doing the average later. Nice. And they're all about the same. There's not any that are too different. All right, now we're going to test wax paper, which represents an icy road.
Five centimeters. 65.
Nice and quick. Make sure you add centimeters. There you go. Nice. Okay. Second trial.
Whoa, that one went a lot further. 75 centimeters.
75. Ooh, that was a big difference. Sometimes that happens, right? That's why we do 3 trials.
Centimeters.
Now, sometimes if it was like 10 on one of them, you know, and then 70 and 65 on the others, then we might want to do a 4th, because that might mean that maybe someone bumped it or something may have happened to the wheels or something, right? So then you'd want to do a 4th. Okay, now we're going to do terry cloth, and that is representing long grass. So we're pretending like our car is driving on long grass.
55 centimeters. 55. Okay, test number 2. Launching. 56 centimeters. And last one, 59 centimeters.
Okay, I've got a new movie star that's going to be helping me do my next 3 trials. We're doing felt, and this is going to represent short grass. So yeah, Peyton's going to start at the exact same place. Go ahead and read.
71.
All right, 71 centimeters. Okay.
Draw. 70 centimeters.
And I like how he's using that pencil to make sure he's real accurate.
70.
Nice. 70. And then the third trial.
71.
71 centimeters. All right. Now we're going to go to sandpaper, which is representing, this is all sandpaper or roof shingles, which is representing just a regular dry road that you would drive on.
75.
So 75 centimeters. Okay.
58.
Really? That's a big difference. 58 centimeters. And you read it from the front?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
55. 56. 56. 5.
Okay, let's do that one more time. And we may need to change the first reading. I'm wondering if something happened with that first one. Okay, let's do it one more time.
I'm feeling so. Yeah, something did, because it's 53.
53. So if you can do, no, just do your flat hand. Your hand flat. There you go. Look at that big old eraser.
I bet you I meant 57.
Oh, okay. 53 centimeters. That's all right. That's why we do it again. Perfect. Okay. Now we're going to be doing linoleum, which is representing a brick road that you might drive on.
74. Okay. Trial. 71. Last one. Oh, it's 74.
Okay, so now AJ is going to show you how to get the average.
By the way, everyone, I'll sign autographs later.
Okay.
Okay.
So he's going to get the average. The way you get the average is you would add however many trials. So you're going to add 74 plus 71 plus 74. You want to do it up and down right over here on the side, AJ? So you want to add them all up. Okay, then you divide by how many there are. And there's 1, 2, 3. So we're going to divide 219 by 3.
Let's do that fancy
And you
division.
should be doing your long division. So we got this. All right, 3 goes into 21, right?
It goes in 20.
How many times? Yep.
And then you take 20.
And subtract, bring down. We've got 9. Look at there, perfectly. So our average would be 73 centimeters. So in that last box, you would put 73 centimeters. Now, something I want you to think about when you are drawing your conclusions, you're going to be looking at your data and you're going to be drawing your conclusions. Something I want you to think about is, we talked about more friction means it's going to make the object go slower. Less friction means it's going to make the object go faster. Now, when we're drawing conclusions, we're talking about a car driving on the road. I want you to think about, in the real world, in reality, best case scenario, which surface do you think is best for us to drive our car on? Are we going to want a very, very thick surface with lots of friction to drive on? Are we going to want a slippery, slick road with very little friction, so hardly any friction at all? Or are we going to want a surface that is just right for my car to be able to drive on safely? So think about that as you are analyzing your data and drawing conclusions. Enjoy. Thank you, my stars, for today. Y'all rock. And we will see you soon.